It says, celebrating Lifted Noise's 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This kit is a labor of love, a unique creation made from Raul's first attempt at field recording and sound design. Enjoy. I want to do a little breakdown of what's included in my expansion pack. Then I'm going to move over to the computer and show you the process of building an expansion. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Lifted Noise. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Raul. It's official. The Lifted Noise YouTube channel is now considered a community by YouTube standards, meaning we have surpassed 1,000 subscribers, and that is all thanks to you. So in celebration, what I've decided to do is to give y'all a free expansion pack. And I decided that I would take this opportunity to get into field recording and sound design in order to create something that's unique, to find my own sound, and also give you something that you can't find anywhere else. Went out and I purchased myself one of these, a Zoom H1N handy recorder for recording sounds anywhere on the go. And you could just plug it straight into the MPC Live, transfer over files real easy, edit them up, and that's what I did here. So very quick, I want to do a little breakdown of what's included in my expansion pack. Then I'm going to move over to the computer and show you the process of building an expansion. This expansion, to be very specific, because I haven't done it yet. So what my expansion pack includes is, number one, a drum kit. It's the very first thing that I built was a drum kit from all field recorded sounds that I recorded myself. What I have here is 16 samples for a drum kit. All these samples were recorded just random stuff, mainly at my job, on my break, of course. But this is it. I got a full kit. Another thing that I created was a sub bass. I had some trouble with it, but I'm gonna move over to my sub bass. So I did actually manage. I was having issues with trying to loop this, and I did finally get it. I got a good loop, but I couldn't get rid of the click. There was always a click in the loop. I'm gonna play that click for you. If you listen closely, you'll hear a little pop when it loops around. But it's a decent loop, so what I did to remedy that issue was really just, since it was a sub bass, I didn't need a lot of that highs. I put a low pass filter on it. I used the low 2 type filter, and I turned the cutoff point to around 50, and that removed any remnants of that click in the loop. Some other things that are included, I created a bell key group, I believe out of like a water bottle that I had, that I was given at work. That kind of concludes my field recording sounds. Also, another thing that I included is a piano key group that I created a while back, quite some time ago. Some favorite sounds of mine that I had actually pressed to a dub plate at this company called The Carvery in England somewhere. And I sent over some digital files, and they sent me a physical dub plate of it. And then I resampled that stuff because I like the vinyl sound. And I'm weird. I just like doing stuff like that. So this is the vinyl upright included in this kit as well. Okay, so you get an idea of what that sounds like. I think it sounds pretty dope. Oh, another thing that I included was I have this Casio keyboard. And I found a nice little tone in there. Just sampled one of the notes, and I spread it across these keys and put some effects on it. Got a nice little lead. Alright, so moving over to my laptop. So you want to find your MPC expansion builder. So if you're on a Mac, you go to your Finder. Now this is likely, the location on your PC would be different, so I can't tell you. But as long as you find that, then the steps after this should be pretty much identical. So you're going to go over to your applications. So in your applications folder, you are going to look within the utilities folder. Okay. And then scroll down until you see MPC expansion builder. And open that up. So I will now close this and take a look here. Okay, so the number one thing is just to fill everything out, and starting here at the top, it gives you an example of the way you should fill it out. So it says Personal.myname.mykitname. So it says this must be a reverse DNS style unique identifier. Usually it starts with your domain name. For example, com.akaipro.mykitname. So it says pretty much use your domain name. If you don't have one, then you can use that example. So I'm going to fill it out. I don't have a domain name or a website, but I'm going to pretend like I do and see if that works. So I'm going to do the com.lifted noise and then the kit name dot, just do 1K lifted noise. And then I could do expansion title as well, so I'm going to name that pretty much in the same manner, 1K lifted noise. Well, I want to name it 1K Club. Manufacturer name, I would put lifted noise. We're make believing. You gotta believe to achieve. So say it like this. I know I can. Version 1.0. Description. Alright, I'm gonna pause for a second and put a nice, thorough description. It says, celebrating Lifted Noise's 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This kit is a labor of love, a unique creation made from Raul's first attempt at field recording and sound design. Enjoy. Alright, so the next thing, name separator. It says optional. Separate names into groups. So I don't really know what this actually means. That would have been good to know. But I'm going to leave it blank. So the next thing would be choose your directory. Mine's on my desktop, so I'm going to look for that in my desktop. Go over here, desktop, choose the Lifted Noise 1K Club expansion pack, and then press open. And then I have the option to drag an image here, which I do want to do because this is going to be in the browser when you look inside the hardware. So I'm going to drag this image that I created, this artwork that I created for it, and then just drag it right here. It should work. Maybe it's the wrong. There it is. So that works. Just drag that there. And now we're going to hit do it. Alright, so this next step I'm going to have to skip because I didn't go this deep. But you do have the ability to create demo sequences for your programs, for your expansion pack, so that each sound kind of has a little demo so you get an idea when you're browsing through your samples of what it is you'd be loading up. So I'm skipping this step, but there it is. It is an option. Maybe I'll do a video on that later on, more in-depth on expansion packs. But so from here, all I'm going to do is hit create. And then I want to save this as 1K expansion. Just hit save. And there it is. Alright, so while it's finishing up, I'm going to clear some things off this desktop. And then we should see it pop up soon on the desktops. The XPN file has been successfully created. Okay. So I can now close this. And there it is. Lifted Noise 1K expansion. So what I'm going to want to do from here is open up the software. Okay, so now with the software open, you should just be able to drag this, I think, anywhere, pretty much, like over the pads or in here, and it should load up the expansion. No, so I'm going to drag it over here. Let's just see. There it is. Okay. Import. There we go. Import. It has now been imported. Where are we at? There it is. It's right here. Okay, so now it's there. And in order to make this available for the standalone, I'm going to have to take another step. So what you want to do is go to the top, the toolbar, and go to Tools, and then scroll down to Expansion Manager, click on that. All right, from right here, you're just going to want to hit Export, and you'll get this other screen that pops up. At the moment, I have my MPC Live SD card that I always have in my MPC, loaded up in my computer in my Mac, and so I have it set so I'm going to save my expansion. I'm going to export my expansion straight to that SD card. So I'm going to pick the expansions that I want to export, and I'm just exporting this right here, the 1K Club Lifted Noise expansion. Then just hit export. So this is what makes it possible to have the expansions in Standalone and have like the artwork in there and have it neatly organized. Okay, once that's done, it'll say the export operation completed successfully. Okay. So I should be done with the software at this point. I'm just going to click out of it, and then I'm going to go look inside of my MPC Live SD card and show you where it's located at. So if you look in here, there's a folder called expansions. Now I already had one in here called expansions because I've exported other expansion packs that I've created in the past. But what it does, if you don't have a folder in your drive already, the MPC software, when you export an expansion for Standalone, will create this expansion folder for you. And so I'm assuming that now, yeah, it's just included in there with all my other expansions. So now all there is left to do is to get out of here. Well, eject my SD card, my MPC Live SD card, take it out, go back to the MPC. Now my SD card's in my MPC. I should just be able to go over here to expansions, and it will now be in my expansion list. So there it is. The Lifted Noise 1K Club MPC Live expansion pack, drum, bass, keys, bells, and more. Click on that. Everything is contained in here. So there you go. Alright, so that's how you make an expansion pack. Go ahead and check the description for a link to the download of my expansion pack. I will be including a software version and then a standalone version. Make sure, if you're just going straight standalone, to have a folder within your flash drive or whatever drive it is, your hard drive, that is called expansions, and then put the expansions straight in there. Once again, my name is Raul. I appreciate y'all taking the time. Everybody stay humble, lift noise. God bless. Peace.